everybody. It's Deanna Lay, CEO and founder of IKAGG. I know a guy/gal, and I am here today with the Leslie Kluge of Enterprise Accounting. Leslie, Enterprise Accounting is the official accounting firm of IKAGG. We've known each other for a very long time, but a lot of us may not know what you do and how you all do it. So please share, what is Enterprise Accounting? Tell me all about it.
Enterprise Accounting is a business advisory firm for entrepreneurs, specifically multipreneurs, people that own and operate more than one entity, which a lot of entrepreneurs do because we're all a little ADD. And what we do is we partner with entrepreneurs mostly to help them understand the numbers that drive their business and the numbers that impact their business on a day in and day out basis. We like to say that every business decision has a fiscal consequence, and they do. Positive or negative, there's a fiscal consequence. So we want to be walking alongside our clients, our friends, and helping them kind of weigh what those consequences may or may not be, help them understand things like cash flow and forecasting, and ROI and KPIs and all those things that I don't know about you, Deanna, but when I went into my first business, I didn't say, gee, I want to know all of those accounting terms and I want to know how they affect my business before I buy my business. That isn't how I went into my first business.
No, I'm like, oh, I really want to do this thing and I'm really good at it. So let's do it. And then you realize, oh, there's so much more that goes into running a business, and you really need true partners alongside you that know more than you know about specific things like you're talking about, for sure.
We have an accounting department when you go into business, or a legal department, or an HR department, or a benefits department, any of those things. So yeah, it's a small business owner. There's a lot to think about, and we just want to not only take some of that off of the business owner, but we want to add to them by helping them build a team around them and have some accountability and some safety net relationships to help them keep their business on track.
It sounds like y'all do a lot more than just taxes.
Oh my gosh.
You're not just a tax firm. You're not just an accounting firm, it sounds like. You really do want to be partners with people in their business so you can be with them for the long haul, the ups and downs, it sounds like.
Well, yeah, I love our industry. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But historically, our accounting industry are historians. It used to be, bring me your receipts at the end of the year. I'm going to take all those numbers and add them up and multiply and divide, and I'm going to throw them on a piece of paper, and I'm going to send them to the IRS, and you are welcome. And that's still very important. That needs to be done. I am not discounting that.
Right.
However, the numbers that go on that tax return at the end of the year don't indicate to the business owner where they're at now, this year.
Wow.
And where they have been. So, no, we like to be active and in relationship and partnering with the business owner to help them understand the ebb and flow. I mean, look back 3 years when COVID hit, right? It didn't matter what your business did the year before and what you reported to the IRS because the whole game changed.
Right.
And people needed to know where they were at then and where they might be a month from then and how to plan for 2 or 3 months from then. It didn't matter where they were the year before.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. So what have you seen as far as the biggest shifts when it comes to businesses and how they have kind of bounced back since the pandemic? Like, where have you been able to help businesses kind of pivot or even pick up the pieces?
I like to say we have been fortunate, or our clients have been fortunate, and most have really not only weathered the storm, but we've seen many of them thrive. And I think those that not only weathered, but that thrive have a plan for their business. Goals set, had a clear idea of where they were trying to get to, so that when the hurricane came in and, the water washed up on shore, they still knew what they were about. And I'm even talking about the people that were hit hardest. I'm even talking restaurants. I'm talking daycares. I mean, these are the people that when they got the mandates, and they had harder mandates than many of us,
Mm,
We sat down and we said, okay, let's pull it all together. We don't know how long we have to ride this through.
yeah.
So what are your reserves? What do you have? What can we do? What can we look at? How long can we stay afloat? And when I say we really feel that we were with them. We
Wow.
only are successful when they're successful.
I
I mean,
love that.
we're successful. And those kind of conversations and having those kind of relationships where they would pick up on the phone and say, oh my gosh, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
They didn't wait and call 6 months later and say, oh, by the way, we're under. We
Mm.
have kind of relationships where we can strategize and we were in it together and we could plan together because none of us knew what were coming. We had no crystal ball.
I know. Wow, that's so interesting because I think especially, when we were in the midst of all of it, you were one of our first calls too, because you need to know who you have on your side and who's there with you alongside you as you're going through the ups and the downs, and to have the confidence of you all knowing what you were doing and being able to look at everything from a 30,000-foot view while we're smack dab in the middle of it was super helpful. So thank you for who you are to us and who you were to all of those businesses who probably didn't have to feel like they were on an island, thanks to having you as a partner before that happened.
The one thing they were sure of, and I always like to highlight this, I have a team that are pretty smart, quite frankly, but we were watching the legislative changes day in and day out, and things that read one way 1 month changed the next month or changed 2 months later. The employee retention credit being one of them. The original draft was nothing like it was, 12, 18 months from then where they changed everything on it. So having a partner that stays abreast of those things and watches out to see what's coming next and understands the changes, that's what I believe business owners want, need, desire. Again, not that we have a crystal ball and can say what's coming next, but you all weren't reading the legislative changes.
No, I didn't want to. I had you do that for me.
Exactly. And that's how it should be with any kind of professional expertise we bring on our team. They should be watching out for, not just reporting back.
It's interesting. So interesting. So tell me why you do what you do. I think I've seen it interwoven in some of your answers already, but what wakes you up excited to walk into that office every day?
Well, first of all, I can always say my team. I do have the greatest team in the world. I love my team, and that's wonderful to be able to say because I've been around more than 5 years. But besides that, we here have a very strong belief, and I will say probably more than a belief, a conviction that entrepreneurs are the backbone of this country.
Yeah.
They truly are. I started at a large international firm here in St. Louis way back as a kid. And that international firm is no longer a U.S. firm at all. Think of how many large corporations aren't even owned by a U.S. entity anymore.
Yeah.
If you look at the Small Business Administration statistics surrounding small businesses, and I'm not going to have the numbers exactly right, so everybody can go out and fact check me on Snopes or whatever you want to do. But it's like we do contribute more than 50% of the gross national product.
Mm-hmm.
We do employ more than 50%. Notice I'm just saying more than, I don't remember the exact number of the people that are employed.
Yeah.
Small businesses have more diversity on their work staffs than larger companies.
Truth.
We hire a lot of different skill sets because in a smaller company, people have to be utility players.
Yeah.
I can go out and just get the CPA that's just going to do employee retention credits and nothing else. I have to have a utility player that is versed in many things. And that's what small businesses do. We also give back to our communities more than the large companies all put together. People don't know that. Small Business Administration will verify the things I am saying. I don't just pull these off my pocket and go, yeah, I think this. But Bob and I have a strong, strong belief. More than that, we know that only 1 in 5 business owners that start out will make it past year 5.
Yeah.
We'd like to see those statistics change. We want people to be successful. Small business owners put a lot out there. They risk a lot. They risk a lot on their own. And they also know that everything they do and every decision they make affects the people that they're employing also. It's a lot of responsibility to wake up to.
It really is. It really is. And I think that the fact that you don't have to feel like you're on an island when you have a team of people that really have your best interests at heart, but also a team of people that are going to tell you some hard things when maybe you have some blinders on. So I think it's super important to build a team around you that you can trust to not only love on you when you need it the most, but also tell you the hard things as well. And I can tell you, enterprise accounting are those people to us and can be for you as well. So I am interested to know, I know you are an intellect and you're funny. Imagine that, everybody. She is the best of both.
Intellect, I love it.
If you could recommend one book to those watching or listening, what would you recommend?
You too.
Sure. That's your interview.
There's a few, but I will tell you that one of my favorites, and it's probably my professional guiding light, probably our professional guiding light here is the E-Myth.
Ooh.
The E-Myth is all about how to work on your business, not in your business, and really how to build your business to make it scalable.
Okay.
I think it's very easy. I think it's not a whole lot of facts and figures because even though I work at an accounting firm, that's not my gig. So that's one. And my second one is something that I've read recently. In fact, our team has read recently, and it literally says what I just said a few minutes ago, and that's Entrepreneurs Rule the World.
Okay. Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
I don't have it sitting right here. It's an easy read because accountants don't like to read a lot unless they're members. But it really, I think it's a great, not just motivational. Again, there's a lot of meat behind why entrepreneurs do rule the world, because it's entrepreneurship in many facets of our life that we don't even think about.
Mm-hmm. It's true. If everybody listening and watching were to think about just even 20 small businesses around them and them going out of business, it would change our economy drastically. And so we need to lift each other up, build each other up, shop small, and make sure that we are surrounding ourselves with smart people like Leslie and the team at Enterprise Accounting to really help us when we need help the most, for sure. So before I let you go, like I said, folks, she's smart and she's funny. So tell me 3 fun facts about you.
Oh, 3 fun facts about me. I'm afraid of heights, and therefore I jumped out of an airplane to try to get over that fear.
Oh.
I once dated a very, very minor TV star. But you have to take me out for that one. Yep, you got to take me out for that one.
Oh, you have to make an appointment with Leslie and find out. She's not going to name names here, everybody. Nope. She doesn't tell.
Here's worth the meal. And the third fun fact. I don't find myself. I don't. Dee, help me here. A fun fact.
Well, tell us about Gene Hackman behind you.
Oh, I love Gene Hackman. I think Gene Hackman was an absolute genius. And this is a local artist that did this.
Oh.
And it's a combination. It's him as Young Frankenstein, of course. And then you've got the Willy Wonka bar coming off of the slab.
Brilliant.
It's one of my favorite things. And if you come into my office, I have him over here in Charlie or Willy Wonka. And then I have the We Are the Dreamers of Dreams on my wall. So I'm a big fan.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, Leslie, this has been a true pleasure. Always an honor to spend time with you. Anything you want to wrap us up with when it comes to enterprise, and as well as how people can get a hold of you and your company?
You can get a hold of me the way you get a hold of everyone. Just Google me. Out there go to the IKAGG directory where you can get to me very quickly.
What?
Who would have thought of that? All of my information's there. We're open. We will take phone calls. We will have conversations. We like learning what people do and why people do it. Indy, I just want to thank you because I deem it a privilege to be the accountant to IKAGG. I really am humbled by the fact that we're part of your team and don't take it for granted ever. Because we have had some interesting conversations.
We have indeed.
Um,
Whenever you need your butt kicked, friends, don't go to a personal trainer. Nope. Go to your accounting firm. They'll do it with love, with love.
Thank you so much. And thank you for what you're doing with these interviews. I think it's an amazing bonus to everyone who's in the group. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, everybody, get a hold of Leslie, sit down with her, find out who she dated, or went out with. I don't know. I don't want to make Bob jealous. So
We're not going to call it, there was no long-term relationship.
oh, there we go. So, like I said, she's smart and she's funny, friends. Get to know her and the team at Enterprise Accounting. I guarantee your business will thank you for it because they don't just count your beans.
Make your beans count.
That's right. That's right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
A great one.